everyone, it's Haze and it's once again time for Miraculous Monday meme review, where my friend Hedge finds me the very best Miraculous memes from across the internet and I react to them, although this time his husband Bush did indeed need to help him. Unfortunately, it's just the way some things go. Sometimes life is busy. That's the way it is. So for context, I am filming this before Mr. Agrestes. I don't know if you'll see it before or after, because I don't know what Gloob are gonna do. God, what were they doing the other day? I don't know, truly. No clue. Just being themselves. I'm glad they're back. I miss Gloob. I know a lot of people don't like them. I have always loved them. The only time I got mad at them was at that really spoilery trailer for Strike Back. That's the only time I was like, no. But anyway, otherwise I love them. So let's get started. So the first meme. So Felix, your abusive evil uncle finally dies, and now you and your cousin are finally free. But now the world worships him as a hero who saved the world. And your abused cousin thinks his dad was a hero. Felix, I'm with you. The only time I probably have been with you. Oh, I can't remember. I disagree. I don't think Marinette made the right decision. And I know lots of people are like, oh well, you didn't have to do it. It's easy for you to say. Yeah, I still wouldn't have made that decision. I would have told everyone. Sorry, people need to know. I would have told people. I don't like keeping secrets. Okay, I don't really have any secrets. I tell most people everything. I really don't care. Marinette, why didn't you tell people? You should have. I know we kind of manipulated you in the end, but he's dead. What's he gonna do about it? Shout at you? No, he's dead. Move on. Tell everyone. Next meme. Me patiently waiting for Cat Noir to crash out this season. Oh, it's gonna happen. Absolutely. Lonely Vamp Girl is gonna happen. I can't wait. I just want drama. Okay, like, I always feel a bit mean when I'm like, I want drama, but it's like I said before in another video ages ago, when I watch a TV show or a film or a book, and it's not based on a true story, I would like tragic, bad things to happen to the characters, but it's not real. In real life, I would like things to be nice and peaceful, so I'm like, awful, horrific, tragic deaths are for fiction, but peaceful, painless deaths are for real life. Okay, I don't want people in fiction to have a peaceful death. Absolutely not. That's reserved for actual people. Fictional people, fake people, no. I want you to die as tragically as possible. That's what I want. I probably still wouldn't be upset by it because there's something wrong with me. It just takes a lot for me to really feel something for a character. It does take a lot for me to cry at something. I think I have cried at Miraculous 3 times. The most recent time was out of cringe during the dance in Deflagration, or Transmission, whichever one it was. I think it was Deflagration. No. Couldn't do it. I was crying a little bit at the end of Strike Back when Marinette was in the bathroom. I just felt so bad for her. And the first time I cried at Miraculous was for the season 3 finale. It's not one of my favourite finales. I think possibly because it's a little bit bittersweet, and I also hate what they did with Chloe. But the scene with Marinette, actually, so not the final episode, the end of episode 25, Heart Hunter. So when Marinette finds out Master Fu has been taken or whatever, she comes out the park and Luke is there and he's like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then she says, no, actually, I'm not fine at all. And what she goes on to say, I was just like, Marinette, I feel that in my absolute soul. Were you just gonna pretend you're okay, but most of the time you're absolutely not? I was just like, yes. So we've completely gone off on a tangent. What on earth are we talking about? Cat Noir to crash out this season. Yeah, he's gonna have he's gonna find out. I just started talking about something and then I ended on a completely different topic. Still about Miraculous. But yeah. I don't know how I got onto that point. What on earth was I saying? Oh, I need to go to the doctors. This isn't funny. I keep doing this. It's not good. This is why I yap too. I can't do it. Oh, next meme. So I have Nestle with a crossbow. Thomas Astruc, Gabe Nath fans. Well, thanks for nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, I am still a Gabe Nath shipper. Okay, like, I understand Gabriel was very loyal to his wife, but there were some moments like in season 2 and season 3 where I feel like Gabriel was a bit like kind of resigned that he wasn't going to win and he was kind of going more towards Natalie. But I did really like their arc. I thought it was really interesting how she is like utterly devoted to him up until the end of Evolution, only for her to basically like she full on like argues with him in certain points in season 5, like he's like in Illusion, for example, the wrestling episode. Or is that Passion? Passion? Illusion? She's not happy with him in Illusion either, I think, because he's going to like the parents' evening or whatever. Parents' day rather, it's during the daytime. Like in Intuition, she's not particularly happy with him, all for her accumulating in trying to shoot him. So would I have liked Gabriel and Natalie to get together? Yes, but I also really enjoyed this. This is a great example of basically how I feel about Chloe. Would I prefer Chloe to be redeemed? Yes. However, I don't mind what they do with Chloe as long as it made sense. So for example, Gabriel and Natalie. Would I have liked, in a perfect Miraculous world, for Gabriel to have stopped doing what he was doing, really atone, apologise to Adrian, become a great father, and maybe one day get together with Natalie? Yes, I would have loved that. I would have loved to have seen, basically like Hesperia from the Reverse, a good Gabriel arc. However, I didn't mind that because what was going on with Natalie and their relationship made a lot of sense. So I really liked where it went. Was I sad to see Gabe Nath go? Yes, but this made sense. I really enjoyed it. With Chloe, it doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm like, what? And I would still, no, never be over it, if you're wondering, Thomas Astruc basically denying she's emotionally abused. I will never be over it. Ever. Because it's still absolutely bonkers to me. Even if I didn't get blocked. I don't care about the blocking. Truly. My life on Twitter isn't any different because the only reason I go on there is to find Miraculous spoiler news. I don't know what he's been saying recently, but my life on Twitter isn't any different. I don't care about the blocking. I care about him basically pretending emotional abuse isn't a big deal when it absolutely is. Next meme. Hi Luke. Why are you looking at me like that? Speaking of, so we got the trails from Mr. Grass showing the old like style models in the new animation. Okay, from what we've seen so far, obviously again making this before Mr. Grass has aired, I really like the way Marinette looks, but not Adrian and Luca. And I think that's possibly part of the problem I'm having this season with the new animation. I understand it's better, I'm not pretending it's not better. However, to me, the Marinette we have with the new style isn't Marinette, she's like a twin sister or something. And when we got to see Marinette in like her old kind of, not obviously not the old model, but similar to the old model, I was like, oh my god, it's her. Where have you been? You've missed like half a season. So honestly, my problem with it is I am getting a bit of an uncanny valley from the new models. And like, don't get me wrong, I know the old models didn't look human either. I'm not pretending they did, but like I was so used to their certain features, and a lot of them do look similar. Like for example, Julika, I think she looks very, very similar. But the other ones are like, for example, Marinette and Adrian, I'm like, you are imposters. Sorry, no. Next meme. Marinette hiding she was Ladybug from Alya. Marinette now hiding Gabriel, why is it Gabriel spelled like that? Agress was Monarch from her. Oh, it's happening. I definitely think, hopefully I'm right, that Marinette tells Luca. But I am on the fence. I know in my theory video I said I feel like Luca ends the episode with not knowing. I feel like he might know by the end of it. I don't know. Unsure. I'm really not sure. But like I said, I feel like, but like I also said in that theory video, I feel like Luca would have a much easier time hiding the secret. Because for example, Alya sees Adrian basically every day. That would be a really difficult thing to keep from him, especially when Alya likes to tell the truth. However, Luca, assuming he's not moving back or not moving back anytime soon, is going to find keeping that secret far easier. So, whatever she decides, I hope it's full of drama. Next move. Movie Gabriel. I am doing this to my son. I won't put him in danger over my grief. Sure, Gabriel, but I want to make the wish and turn my son into an NFT. Look, Movie Gabriel and Show Gabriel I thought were both really good. Show Gabriel, don't get me wrong, I hate abusive parents, but in terms of the story and the drama behind it and all the emotions, I honestly thought was really, really well done for the most part. And Movie Gabriel, I really liked how absolutely focused and devoted he was to Emily, but then kind of descends into madness. The only thing I think with Movie Gabriel is that they should have shown his descent into madness even more. So he has his first scene where he's at the fashion house somewhere in Paris. Like it's literally after the first song, I think. And then the next time you see him, he's using the butterfly Miraculous, and he has his song, which was a banging song, great song. But then you just see him in the montage, and the next time you properly see him, I think, is after Stronger Together, and Adrian comes home and he's already upset because of Ladybug rejecting him. And Gabriel is like, he obviously hasn't been taking care of himself, he's like, he hasn't shaved in ages or whatever, he looks physically dishevelled. So I think that would have been even more powerful to show, and then especially his reuniting scene with Adrian at the end would have been even more powerful to show had you seen his descent more. So I think both of them were great. They were very different, but they were both great in their portrayals. But I think movie Gabriel could have done with like literally 2 scenes, didn't have to be long, just 2 little things, and also more interaction with Natalie, so it makes the ending with the Peacock Miraculous even more spectacular, you know? Next meme. Adrian owns a foosball table. Cat Noir and Furious Boom kicks the miracle box into a goal, just like a football. Adrian, Cat Noir and penalty. Doesn't know how to play football. Pretty sure I said it at the time then as well. That boy knows how to play football. He might not be the best at it, and that's fine. He knows how to play football. I'm not good at football, but I know how to play it. Speaking of which, okay, so Matthew, my brother, supports Arsenal. He's like, I really want to go to the Emirates Stadium tour, but I don't have anyone to go with. And I'm a people pleaser, so in short, guess who's going to the Emirates Stadium tour? Do I know anything about Arsenal? I know some things. Their stadium is in Holloway. They got Saka. They got Rice, they got Jokeres, they got other people on the team. They're meant to be good. The primary outfit colour is red. We're not gonna go to like next year, so I've got some time to brush up my Arsenal knowledge and pretend I understand things that are going on around me when we go, so yeah, I can't wait. Next meme. Me and my grandkids in 2060 waiting for Ladybug and Cat Noir to find out each other's identities. Honestly, I will be so sad if I die without it happening. And I know if I'm dead I won't know, a bit like Colin in season 3 when Penelope's like, if I die without being kissed it will kill me, and he's like, well you'd be dead so you wouldn't know. And I'm like, Colin, that's not the point! You know what I mean? Like, she'd be dead, yeah, you're correct, but you know. This would be me. If I die without knowing their identities, it will kill me inside. I just, no. However, I think I said before, was it in another meme review? Maybe it was in an episode commentary. Either way, I'm kind of over Ladybug and Cat Noir having a cute identity reveal. They had a kind of cute, well, it was kind of emotional in Cat Blanc, it was kind of cute and ephemeral. The end of the movie is a cute one. I'm like, cool, we've kind of got it, sort of, not a canon one, but we've got something. I am just basically ready for them to find out who the other person is and hate each other for a bit. I'm kind of over it being nice and cute and sweet. I want them to like find out and be like, yeah, well, this relationship, it's over, we're done. I want them to be mad at each other. I don't want it to be cute. I'm over it being cute and sweet. It's been too long. Okay, I have become a jaded adult. I'm going to be 30 years old next year. I want them to de-transform in front of each other and then immediately go to strangle the other person. I'm just over it being cute. I want something a bit more, because of how the show has matured, I'm ready for it to be a bit more emotionally charged, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree though. The next meme, Alya says this to Chloe. Chloe, it's so obvious that you dressed up as Ladybug. And she thought Chloe was Ladybug a season ago. I do love Alya. That does make me laugh. Well, I suppose it is kind of accurate to real life. Do you get someone who is so clever, like their IQ could be off the charts, but then they lack like basic comprehension skills because like they're just so clever with other things that they just can't do it. It does make me laugh sometimes. So Alya and Max are a bit like that to me. They are both so incredibly clever. In terms of IQ, I'd say they're probably the smartest out of the kids. But then sometimes when something happens, I'm like, what? So the final meme of the meme review is the meme reviewer viewer submission meme. So Hedge's instructions are on screen, but basically there's a link down below for my Discord server. Come and join it, it's a fun time. But if you want your meme to be in the chance of being featured in the meme review, you first of all have to make a meme. You can't be one you've just found. You make a meme and you submit it in the right channel and people vote on it, and the one with the most votes gets chosen. So this one is from Botaga, like, what? Boto Gabe 3013. That really, sometimes I just see a word and you're just like, what? Anyway, Sublime is Lila, Agley is Lila, random background character 17 is Lila. The truth is, Adrian is Lila. Right, I have always said Sublime is not Lila, just because physically I think she would be unable to, because she's missing parts of her legs. So no, Sublime has never been. I definitely think Agley still could be. We'll see what happens though. And I don't think random background character 17 is Lila, but I definitely think they were sus. What I think is going on is that, for example, we're seeing people wandering around Paris. I think Lila has this kind of like network of people. So for example, Gabriel, he had Natalie at first and then also Tom away to help him. It seems at the minute that Lila has no one other than herself and all her wigs. So I think it stands to reason she has a ring of people to help her. Now how she's manipulating them, how she's getting them to do what she wants, I don't know. But I think that's what's going on. And I do think it stands to reason, that I do think it makes sense that she has put herself back into school environment with Adrian and Marinette because she still wants revenge on Marinette separately and is posing this time as Agley. In my opinion, but I'm absolutely down for being wrong. But anyway, besties, that was the meme review for this month. I'd love to know what your favourite meme was, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!